oh my God, what is he doing? Everybody's thinking. But the next ball, Pollard hits a shot and it goes straight into Hayden's hands. This was I think purely, a mental move. He just patted on me like this and he said like, congratulations Badri, you're officially, a test cricketer now. That was like a brilliant moment. I think that is what I needed at the time because I myself was nervous. They'll stay there, pace, test debut, everything, so much happening.
Thank you, Badrinath, for joining us today. We've seen the cricketing avatar of yours, but now you're sort of reassociating with cricket in a new form as such. Tell us about your new initiative.
Athletes and cricketers, physically they are training quite a bit, doing the gym, they are staying fit and everything, but technically also they are training. But I think for the mind, which also needs to be trained on a daily basis, I think that much of importance is not being given. I think there is no structure or proper entity that deals with this area. So that is what prompted me and my partner in this to start M4, a proper entity which will actually deal with the mind skills of an athlete.
Turning to the poster boy of almost mental strength in Indian cricket, MS Dhoni. Anytime, you've of course played with him at Chennai Super Kings for quite a few seasons. So anytime when, now that you think of it, remember in a dressing room or sometime when you really were just sitting in awe of the man because, you were like, he's so mentally strong.
There are plenty. I don't know what to say, how much to say. I think is every time he makes a move, on the field, I wondered many times, like, oh my God, what is he doing? It turns out like a like a brilliant move. I think first thing I think it was 2010 IPL final. 2010 IPL final, we were playing against Mumbai Indians, and there was this time when Pollard was going really well. He was just smashing the ball everywhere. Especially straight. He was just hitting down the ground, straight six and everything. So I think MS did a really good move. That was the first time he kept a fielder right behind the bowler. Now, nobody has seen a field set like that. It was Matthew Hayden. I remember the fielder was Matthew Hayden. Hayden was placed right behind the bowler. Albi Mokkal was bowling. Everyone was wondering, what is he doing? What is this field position? Right in front of the side screen. Nobody has seen a position like that. So it was like, oh my God, what is he doing? Everybody's thinking. But the next ball, Pollard hits a shot and it goes straight into Hayden's hands, right in that position. And you just wonder, is this guy a magician or something? He knows something that I don't, or what does he do? So I think this was I think purely, a mental move. It was not that he didn't know exactly if the ball will go there or something like that, but he wanted to put that fielder in the mind of the batsman, because it is going to be right in front of the eyes. So his mind, rather than going from the ball, it went to the fielder. Pollard's mind, rather than focusing on the ball hitting, it went to the fielder who is standing right behind him. So the ball went straight to the fielder's hands. I think it was purely a mental ploy, but it worked brilliantly. I think this is one of the examples that I have seen right before my eyes. How you can pull. It makes you feel like he's pulled the rabbit out of the hand, but I think it's more of a mental move.
Anything back from your career that you remember that you really, really struggled with and didn't really know that the problem was actually mental and not so much to do with your batting or with your skills?
That is a really good moment in my test debut. When I was, when I went into bat, Sachin, we were like struggling 30 odd for 3 in my test debut against South Africa in Nagpur. So when I went in, Sachin was a batsman who got out and I was going in. So he was my childhood idol. So it was quite a bit, going in my mind because Dale Steyn was bowling a brilliant spell. He won his peak of his career. So when I walked in, Sehwag was my partner, Virendra Sehwag. So when I played this second ball, I think I got off the mark. I played a shot to covers. There was no covers. I ran a 2, and Sehwag came. Once I got the 2, Sehwag came running from the non-striker's end. He just came running to me and he's like, I was wondering what is happening. Sehwag is running towards me. I was wondering if something is wrong. My helmet is not all right, or my pad strap is out, or my shoelace is out. Something is coming to tell me. So I was wondering what he's coming to tell. So he came, he just patted on me like this and he said like, congratulations Badri, you're officially, a test cricketer now. You got your first runs. Just enjoy and play. He said and went off. I think that was like a brilliant moment. I think that is what I needed at the time because I myself was nervous. They'll stay there, pace, test debut, everything, so much happening. but I just wanted a little bit of positive reaffirmation. That's all I wanted. Okay, he just came, tapped it, and went off in his classical fashion. You wouldn't believe, after that I felt brilliant. Suddenly my eyes opened. Hey, shit, yes, I am a test cricketer now. Okay, let's play. I got a 60 that game. So I think that was a moment. This is what it's all about. I think to understand what the player needs, and then do that switch, the small thing that that you might say or you might do will create the difference.
A lot of this sounds like, you need to be mentally strong when you're, during the tougher times. But would you also say, like, nowadays we see a lot of younger cricketers coming up, and somewhere between when they make their debuts and a couple of years down the line, a lot of them do struggle with the fame that comes their way. A lot of social media is there. So do you think mental conditioning is also required in that way, to how to deal with that fame?
Yeah, it's very, very, very valid. Sometimes they say success is as tough to handle as much as failure. I think it's important to keep yourself, maintain the balance even through your highs and lows. So I think that is correctly you mentioned it. I think it's important. Sometimes in cricket, it happens in cricket. Suddenly you see name, fame, money, and you just you don't know how to handle it. Yeah, it's not just today. I think there is a huge list of cricketers from the past. I don't need to mention the names, but you should be knowing many cricketers who have gone away, talented, extremely talented, got the opportunities, okay, did well, but I think they haven't able to convert it into long careers because they've just not been anchored. I think they have not been stable. I think it's important to be stable. I think I can take some really good examples who have been stable. I think Mahendra Singh Dhoni is a prime example. I've seen, whenever you see, we see him in a big loss. I have seen him from a big loss or a huge, huge win. I think he's the same. If you see him, like, he has this face, like, I don't know what, he's just the same. Okay, we won, fine. We lost, okay, fine. So what? It's like that. It's he's naturally gifted with that. I think it's something that everybody has to learn.